Hello everybody, and we're about to continue our Let's Play series of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. In our last episode, we explored pretty much the whole forest of the Fallen Giants. There's one more area that we can't get to quite yet. But first, we're going to be heading on over to the first boss of the game. We'll head on down. Can go right down here. Okay, so just for fun, let's just use the fire sword on him. We'll just two-hand, and we should be a-okay right there. You can summon a couple helpers right here. You're not really going to need them. It's not that tricky of a encounter, but let's just get into it. Kind of go under him. Sometimes he will hit you a little bit. You don't have to worry too much. He can kind of swing at you as well. Do that. You just kind of run away for a little bit, get some Estus. Squished a little bit more, but he's not too bad. Okay, got the soul of the last giant and the soldier key. Pop on our scimitar again. And let's check out that key real quick. Opens soldier's door in the forest of the giants. Key to the soldier's door. A fort was erected in the forest to face the giants, but now the soldiers are lost and hollowed. They are enfeebled, but not without honor, and continue to steadfastly defend their country. Okay. So even if you play a little sloppy against the last giant, you'll be okay. You could have used Pate, I believe, and I think a dude with a big old shield. Okay, you still can't use this door. That is locked for much later in the game. Now we can go this way. Okay, Ring of Restoration and a torch. Protective ring passed down in House Asteria gradually restores HP. In the sacred land of Lindell, this ring symbolized prosperity and longevity for the great House Asteria, but the ring is fragile and breaks easily, as if it hates being taken for granted. Okay, so you're just gonna put that on, and you will slowly, very slowly, gain health back as you wear it. And I can see we have a little reddish glow about us. Okay, you can pick up the Grand Lance. And Amber Herb. And this guy's not going to attack us, but we can kind of get him out of the way. He's guarding the passageway to the door. Or he can just hit us really hard. Let's try that again. Pairing is going to be your friend. This might take a couple tries. Okay, maybe once more. There we go. We still can't enter here because we need a special key, but we will be heading over there near the end of the game. Much like we will also be heading down there much later in the game. Next, we're heading back over to Majula. We have a lot of souls to cash in. See if there's anything we'd want to buy from Alentia. Don't need any items or outfits. Never hurts to have a fragrant branch of yore, but that's a little early to spend 12,000. Okay, so she should be heading back on over. Okay, let's go to Majula.
Bearer of the curse, seek souls, seek the king, lest this land swallow you whole.
Okay, we can level up a whole bunch now. 9 levels, okay. We're definitely going to want more endurance. Let's see what else we have. Strength up to 10. Faith soon, but let's get a little bit more health. There we go. So 15 for health, 11 for endurance, 10 for strength. We'll slowly build up our character. Do need to buy more arrows as well.
I knew you'd be around soon. Come on.
Actually need quite a bit for an area coming up later. Like, we might as well just get a whole bunch. Never hurts to have a lot of arrows. And we actually might as well reinforce our bow. We don't have enough souls. 400, so close.
I'll be around
Okay.
if you make it back.
Okay, we're going to be heading on over to the next boss of the area, known as the Pursuer. Now, typically, it's not too bad of a fight. Especially if you parry correctly. Well, this guy's probably just going to follow us. Might as well take him out right now. Because the way that the arena is set up for the Pursuer is if you parry, you should be able to actually use a ballista and take him out in about 2 hits. Okay, here we go. It's always the spirit guys, I tell you. Okay, we can go right through this door right here. Didn't time that one up correctly. As you can see with the Ring of Restoration, we'll just slowly get some health back. Okay, let's take on the Pursuer. It's got a very cool entrance. See if we have polished up our parry. Just run around over here and use the ballista. And then one more time. And that is the Pursuer. Like I said, if you can parry him, it goes very quickly. Otherwise, you actually have to do some dodging, and the fight can take a little bit. You do get a nice view, though. We were just over there on that sword. And Majula should be way over there. Okay, we picked up a life gem. Okay, we're not going to quite go that way yet. First, we're going to drop down here. Or here. And pick up these items right down there. Okay, the Drangleic sword and armor set, which we're not going to be using. Just because it's more for a... if you want to level up your strength a lot more. But here is the description. Traditional Drangleic armor belonged to Captain Drummond. Ancestors have served Drangleic for generations, principally as defenders of the Great Fort, but Captain Drummond is the last in his proud line. And the sword is also going to be way too heavy for us. Okay, so we're gonna now head right back on over and hop on over to that bird nest. And the cool thing about the Pursuer is that he's actually going to be pursuing you for several more times. So you will continue seeing the Pursuer throughout the early portions of the game, and even kind of in the middle part of the game, because he's right after the Smelter Demon fight too. There we go. We're not really going to be fully exploring this spot yet. We're just going to do a little bit of things just to take care of some stuff. So we're going to pick up these items and essentially hit the bonfire, kind of wrap up this episode. Because the next area is going to have its own dedicated episode. This is mostly just for the Pursuer fight. Ooh, we did pick up the dull ember. Going to assume. There we go. An ember radiating a dull light. This flame seems nearly exhausted, but exhibits an eerie resilience. Perhaps this is its ordinary state. Okay, we'll be handing that over to a special blacksmith coming up real soon. But we're gonna rest right here. In our next episode, we're actually going to do a little bit of exploring up until that little tower right there, and then a little bit beyond, and we also have to level up a bit. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll be talking again real soon.